Good morning. Welcome to our daily devotion. It is Tuesday, June 8th. We're going through, as you know, we're going through the book of Matthew. We're getting close to the end of the book. I trust you've learned something. You understand Jesus a little more. When you understand Jesus more, you understand God more. Good morning, Mary. We're now to the point where he talked about the end times, and then he talks about us being prepared for the end times. Now, the end times can mean the end of the world, and it can mean the end of our lives. So I'm going to read a parable here now in chapter 25. This is Jesus talking. He says, "At that time, the kingdom of heaven will be like when Jesus returns, or when your end of your life comes. It'll be like this. It'll be like 10 virgins who took their lamps and went out to meet the bridegroom. 5 of them were foolish and 5 were wise. The foolish ones took the lamps but did not take any oil with them. The wise, however, took oil in the jars along with their lamps. The bridegroom was a long time in coming, and they all became drowsy and fell asleep." It's like talking about it's taken Jesus a long time to come. And as a result, we're not following him the way we should. At midnight, the cry rang out, "Here's the bridegroom, come out to meet him." Then all the virgins woke up and trimmed their lamps. The foolish one said to the wise, "Give us some of your oil, our lamps are running out." "No," they replied, "there not be enough for both of us and you. Instead, go to those who sell oil and buy some for yourselves." But while they were on their way to buy the oil, the bridegroom arrived. The virgins who were ready went in with him to the wedding banquet, and the door was shut. Later the others also came. "Sir, sir," they said, "open the door for us." But he replied, "I tell you the truth, I don't know you. Therefore keep watch, because you do not know the day or the hour." So Jesus warns us again about being prepared to meet the Lord when he comes. This warning, as I said, for the end of the world, and this warning is for the end of our lives. Some of us a little bit closer than others. Morning, Will. Morning, Lily. Morning, John. John and I getting closer to the end. Mary, Will, Lily, you got a long way to go. But what God is saying, what Jesus is saying here, but even though you got a long way to go, don't be foolish and misuse your time. Be prepared to meet the Lord. Not everyone has opportunity to get right with the Lord. Many die from accidents, from heart attacks, from strokes, etc. I remember when before I was saved, I had a class that was meeting here up in my upper room up here, where I've had many youth meetings, and I remember one of the girls bringing a friend of hers to the group, and I wasn't saved yet, and I remember this person telling us to write down on a piece of paper, if a plane were to crash to the roof right now, if we would go to heaven or not. And I remember writing on a card, "I hope that I've had a chance to say a certain prayer for the forgiveness of my sins. Otherwise, I would not be ready," because I didn't understand everything. And he read some of them. And I remember we didn't have a name on him or anything. And then he read mine. And he made light of it. And I thought, oh my God, I was offended. It was like, how dare you? Because he was saying things like, you could know that you're going to heaven. And I remember thinking, no one could know that. No one knows that. No one's that good to know that they could just automatically go to heaven. I was totally unprepared. I was unprepared. If the Lord had come and taken my life, there was no way I would have been one of those virgins that were left out of the door, not able to get in. And I know way too many people that I care about that are also are not ready. One, Jackie, I know many that are not ready. Some say they care, but they're not even concerned. They're just still living in the world. You invite them to church, or you invite them to anything at all, and they just look at you with a blank face like they're not interested. And then others aren't doing much about it. They say all the right things, but they don't follow through on any of them. And others are convinced that it doesn't make any difference, that everyone's going to go to heaven. It don't make any difference what you do. You are all. So everybody's got their own beliefs, and boy, some of them are just way off, way off. Then there's people like you that are watching this video that are ready to meet the Lord. Here's how you know. I'm gonna close with this. I'm gonna give you some scenarios here of what it's going to be like. I want you to imagine now that Jesus returns, or your life comes to an end, and you're facing Jesus now. You're in judgment. You're at judgment. Remember, there's a judgment day. You're there at judgment day, and you're standing there, and you look ahead, and you see Jesus, and Jesus sees you. Here's the different ways that people are going to react, and that you decide which one you are. Some are going to put their head down in shame, not able to look at Jesus. Some are they're going to have their head up and then down, and then up and then down, not prepared to completely look at Jesus. Some are going to be looking towards Jesus, but not into his eyes. You ever had that? You ever had someone talk to you, and they don't look you in the eye? They kind of look off to the side. Hard to trust someone like that, isn't it? Some are gonna look towards Jesus, but not directly at him. Some are, when Jesus calls like this, they're gonna look behind to see who he's pointing to, not thinking that he would be pointing to them to come to him. And then some will slowly walk towards him. Now, those are all the ones that are not certain, okay? Those are the ones that are not certain. Then there's some of you that when you see Jesus, you're going to walk briskly towards him. There's some of you, when you see Jesus, you're going to run towards him. And then there's a few, very few, that aren't even going to wait for Jesus to look towards them. They're going to see Jesus and they're going to run to him without him even calling them or looking at them. Which one are you? Which one are you? Are you going to be the type that would just run to Jesus? I don't know that I would. I don't know that I would be so certain that I would just see Jesus and just I would probably go towards him, get closer to him, but I don't know that I would just run to him. I don't know that I'm that prepared. But I certainly wouldn't just stay there waiting for him to call me. I certainly wouldn't be looking the other way, not making eye contact. I certainly wouldn't have my head down. Which one would you be? Because this tells you how prepared you are. That this indicates how prepared you are. Just imagine yourself now meeting Jesus, seeing Jesus off, maybe the other side of the room. How are you going to react? Tells you how prepared you are. Which one are you? Are you going to have your head down in shame, as many will? Are you going to have your head up and down, as many will? Are you going to look towards Jesus, but you can't look at him straight in the eye, as many will? Is he going to call you and you thinking he's calling someone else because there's no way you believe that he would ever want to call you? Will you walk slowly towards him? Or will you briskly walk to him, or run towards him, or run without before he even calls you? I hope it's one of the last ones, either walking slowly towards him, walking briskly towards him, running to him, or maybe there's somebody out there that's so prepared that you run towards him before he even calls you. Which one are you? Think about that. Have a great day. Share this video if it means something to you. And I'll see you tomorrow morning again at 8 o'clock. Tonight is our youth group for the younger children, Impact. If you have children that age, boy, we would love to see them. John, if Mary's watching this, we would love to have Victor and Vanessa join us. Ask her if she's willing. If they need a ride, let me know. I'll gladly give them a ride. God bless you all. Have a great day.